both in Cuenca. I mean, I started off in Salinas. The climate was definitely a choice, top priority for us when we decided to move abroad. I visit Panama. We had thought about going to Panama. Panama is very humid and hot. I don't have time for that. There are different areas in Ecuador that can be more hot, humid, colder. I feel like Cuenca is the sweet spot for me, for us. I like the coolness. It doesn't really get cold because I'm always wearing either a t-shirt or a tank top. It's perfect for me. So why was Ecuador was it your first choice, or it was among other countries?
It was the first one that really answered that question, would you like to live here? And it was like, yeah, I would. I retired out of South Carolina. Heat and humidity are not my friends. I grew up in Northern California where we didn't have humidity, and it never got out of mid 80s maybe. It rarely got down to freezing. At night, cold would be 40s. As a kid, I remember wearing flip-flops and tank tops all year. You'd need a sweater or a windbreaker at night, but like that's humidity. I don't want to do that. Oh, and mosquitoes. I don't want to do that either. So
No.
in deciding what I wanted life to be, I wanted to be comfortable. And that was part of my decision for choosing Cuenca, that Cuenca feels very much like Northern California. 70 to 75 degrees is about average. If it gets more than about start getting to the upper 70s, we start talking heat wave. If it hits 80, we're at heat wave status. And I mean that literally. And it doesn't get that cold. So it's very comfortable. To always bring an umbrella. Sometimes it's for the sun, sometimes it's for the rain. To always bring sleeves because what it feels like right now, you may need another layer on. But that was definitely one of the considerations for me. The other part was because we're located near the equator, there's the balance. You got 12 hours of sunlight every day. So having that kind of consistency too was kind of an extra perk. But yeah, definitely the weather. Some of the places I looked, coastal areas, like you get overcast, in Puerto Lopez for 8 months, and then it's hot and humid. I thought that doesn't feel comfortable. So that's a personal decision. I know that my personal temperature ideal is 74 degrees, slight breeze. Partly cloudy skies is what I like most in Cuenca. I don't need full sun every single day unless I'm in my house, and then do what you want to do. So that's part of what I want my life to be. I want it to be comfortable, and 74 degrees is comfortable for me. Wintertime, that's 68 as a high. Summertime, that's 75, maybe pushing 76 as a high. So yeah, that was a big part of just being honest with what I want my life to be like. And I think that's real subjective, but deciding those kind of things is important.
Yeah, I agree. I do not want to be hot. I do not want to be cold. I want spring weather, fall weather. Like
All
you
year.
said, a light jacket. That's it.
That's
And
it.
It's perfect.
And flowers in bloom. Did we say about that? Perpetual spring is what they call the weather. So flowers being in bloom is the yapas. That's been the extra joy of having hummingbirds outside my window because there's always flowers in bloom. So that's a part of the quality of life part, that
the small things that we don't
know what you need,
when you
know how you want to
so
spend
busy.
your life. So even that was some of the things of what am I going to do if I'm on the coast? Beach and eat? What you going to do? And so even picking a place that had lots of things that are things I'm interested. I've taken ceramics classes. I've gone on art walks. I eat. I go lots of places. I know where every mercado in town is. I think museums, music, food, entertainment.
Yeah, all of it. Cuenca has it all.